Hey guys, and welcome to the first workout of the Back to Basics series. In this series, we're gonna focus particularly on exercises technique, keeping the choreography very simple and adding more repetition. So you're gonna get the same benefits of a normal session, we're just gonna get deeper in the exercise explanation and deeper into that burn. It's perfect if you're just starting up and if you're new to LowerBody studio, but also it's perfect if you're veterans and you love the bar concept, but you want to just like refresh and polish your technique. So let's get started with a lower body sculpt today. All you need for today's session is going to be your mat, your water bottle, your sweat towel, and also a sturdy piece of furniture to give you some support. Obviously, if you don't have a bar, a chair, armchair, anything you can grab is gonna work. Also, I made a fun playlist to go with this workout, so when you're ready to start, scroll down on the page, press play, and let's get going. Right guys, we're gonna start in the middle of your mat, and I want you to bring the focus and awareness in your body, releasing all the tension from your shoulders, so perhaps roll your shoulder down and back a couple of times. So you want to release all the tension and really bring the focus here onto the mat, into your session. Now, stretch your arms nice and long into a high V towards the ceiling and start marching your legs up. Doesn't matter how high they go, we're gonna build that with times. Flexibility comes with times and repetitions as well. But I want you to straight away connect with those abdominal muscles, lifting up through the crown of the head, feeling nice and tall. This exercise is gonna allow us to raise our heart rate and get our body ready to go. Here we go, we're gonna add a little twist. So opposite elbow to opposite knee, to wake up as well those obliques muscles, get them ready to go. Here we go, you guys, and go 4 more here. 3, in 2, in 1. Now we're gonna add a little turn out and we're gonna open those arms out and in. Now add your spine as well, curve it towards the front. Here we go, I'm going to the diagonal so you can see me and reach towards your toes. We're going in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1, and you're done. We're done, guys. Now grab hold of your sturdy piece of furniture and bring it into play, making sure it's nice and stable. Here we go. And we're gonna start with your thigh set. The first position that we're doing today is a lunge. Now the best way to set up a lunge is actually to kneel down onto the floor and form double 90 degrees angle with both legs. Now you can start like me with both hands on the bar, or if you feel more adventurous, just with your right hand. Now curl your left toes under and lift up the back knee just to hover off. Here goes. This is your perfect lunge position. You want to make sure your weight is nice and centered. Straight away, you lift up through the crown of the head and you tip your pelvis slightly under to engage the lower part of your abdominal muscles. Here we go. You want to always keep a light pressure onto that bar or your piece of furniture. You don't want to just grab it, you know what I mean? And then you lift it and lower, lift it and lower, fully stretching those legs. Here we go. Straight away, we're going to tone and work onto those quads muscles. But don't forget about your glutes as well, as they're working in this position too. So you lift and lower to the beat. Lift and lower. Go lift and lower. Here we go. The other hand, if you're here, can go on your hips. And then time to time, you can perhaps press your palm in prayer to test your balance. Here we go. Weight nice and center. We're gonna just go a couple of more here. And last 2. Last 1. Now you want to hold it down here and we're going to introduce the pulses of isometric contraction that make this method so effective. So you want to drop it and lift it, drop it and lift it, drop an inch, lift an inch. Now, with this isometric contraction, you want to really make sure you maintain the movement minimal, nice and small. You want to really activate mind and body connection, thinking about the muscles that you're working. So for instance, I'm thinking about my quads, of course, and also my glutes. Here we go. And go drop and lift. Drop, hold, lift, hold. And in the drop, I should be able to take a picture and you're into that lunge position and lift, hold, take a picture. So you're not just pausing around here. That would be a motion blur, isn't it? That's it. And we're gonna go 2 more. And last one. Now you hold it here. We're gonna start engaging those inner thighs muscles. So I want you to wrap the back knee in. Wrap and hold. Wrap in and hold. Wrap in and hold. Here we go. In and hold. in and hold. Again, tiny little subtle movement, really engaging those inner thighs muscles, squeezing it in. The only thing that moves is the knee. In and hold. And in and hold. We go just 2 more. And last one. We're gonna go in a little combo. So drop, hold, in, hold. Drop, hold, wrapping in. Drop, hold, and in. I know it burns, but we're gonna come out of it with a nice full range, elongating those muscles after the isometrics. That's wanna create that nice elongating ballerina looking figure. Here we go. That's it, 2 more. Last one. That's it, you guys. And you wanna lift it and lower again. Lift it and lower. Lift it and lower. Nice and simple. Lift it and lower, fully stretching that knee. And up and down. Keeping the weight always nice and centered here. That's it. Open up your shoulder blades as well. The slats are working too. Nice job, you guys. We've got 2 more. And last one. Now you hold it here. You just want to peel off your front heel off the floor and then lower back down. Lift it up and lower. We're going to build up for the finale for this side as well. That's it. And lift and lower. See if you can drop into the lunge a little bit deeper. Each time you really want to seek and find the little shaky sensation. That's what is going to make us change. That's it. And that's where the magic happens. We've got 3 more. We've got 2 more. Last one, you want to hold it up here. See if you can sink into the lunge a little bit lower. See if you can make your muscle shake a little bit more. That's it, you guys. You want to stretch one arm, or if you can, both into the high diagonal. And give me 10 final pulses, and then we are. Here we go. And 10 pulses down. Down, accent is down, as slow as you possibly can. We just go 6, go 5, in 4, even lower, 3, in 2, in 1, and release. Well done. Good job, guys. Now we're gonna go into a vertical V, another standard position in our bar method. Now, with the vertical V, you wanna have your toes 1 fist width apart. Again, you can start with 1 hand or both onto the bar. Now, from here, we're gonna go into your kitten heels. So just a few inches, your heels few inches off the floor, and then bend, soften your knees. Now, I turn sideways because I want you really to see what's happening into my pelvis. Now, I want you to really tuck your pelvis under and straight away lift up through the crown of the head. I want you to think about having a wall, glass wall, at the back and at the front of your body. And you squeeze sandwiched between it. Now, open up your chest. Again, also your lats are working, and you want to go into a drop and a little lift. Drop, hold, lift, hold. Drop, hold, lift, hold. That's it. Gliding down the wall that we spoke about. So drop it and lift it. Drop it and lift it. Here we go. Now, guys, I want you also to think about what's happening at your knee level. Your knees are tracking over the middle toes. Here we go. And 3 more here, 2 more here, last one, and we're gonna go and wrap back and hold. Wrap back, and this time wrapping both knees out towards the pinky toes. Now, the benefit of this position include the resemblance of it, you know, the ballet standard position, the first position, is actually to open up your hip cuff level. So we gain flexibility as well as working effectively on targeted muscle group. So the muscle group that we are targeting here specifically with this movement are your outer thighs, your abductor muscles. Here we go. Sometimes we do this using as well TheraBands or bands to actually increase the resistance around the thighs. See if you can drop a little bit lower. Nice, guys. And 2 more. Last one, we're gonna make a little bit faster, and then we're gonna start dropping down. 3, 2, 1, lifting 3, in 2, in 1. Here we go. 3, 2, 1, and in 3, 2, 1. You got it. 3, 2. Keep wrapping the knees as well as lowering down in 3, in 2, in 1. 2 more to go. In 3, in 2, in 1, and in 3, in 2, in one. Nice job. Come back to center and a little full range lift it and lower all the way down. You lift it all the way up, lower all the way down. Here we go. Nice full range. Really elongate and fully stretching those muscles. What's happening here? You want to make sure you're always thinking about the glass wall behind the back of you. So you're gliding down the wall and then you're lifting yourself back up. If you cannot go slow today and you cannot sit on your heels, don't you worry, we're building up to that. Like I said at the beginning, flexibility is something that is going to come with time with this method. 3 more to go, 2 more to go. And last one, you want to hold it here. See if you can come up into your high stiletto, so a little higher than your kitten heels. Squeeze those heels together. Tip your pelvis under. See if you can drop an inch lower. Maybe find your balance. Press your palm together. Maybe if you feel adventurous, come into your high V. Inhale, exhale. See if you can drop an inch lower. Find a little shaky sensation. And then finish off nice and strong with your pulses. Pulsing down and down and down. Just for 8 more. That's it, you guys. You've got this. We've got 4. Go 3, little lower, 2, 1, and shake it up. And if you remember well, we done the lunge on one side, but we still have to go onto the left side. So, again, if you set up with 2 hands, I think you can see me better if I'm in profile. So I'm gonna go 2 hands. Otherwise, you wanna have just your left hand onto that bar. Now curl your right toes under and then lift up into a double 90 degrees shape. Inhale, exhale. We're gonna start straight into the full range and lower. Lift it and lower. Lightly supporting yourself on the bar of the piece of furniture. Never just grabbing it or putting any tension into the upper body, just because that is gonna just put us in a posture that perhaps is not as optimal. That's it. 2 more to go. And last one, you want to hold it here. Drop an inch, lift an inch. Drop an inch, lift an inch. A little drop and a little lift. Drop, hold. Remember about the picture. I should be taking a picture in each position. You're not just a motion blur pulsing around. That's it. Also, think about your pelvis. How you tucking it under? Is your lower abdominals engaged? Are your lats engaged too? I know, lots to think about, but it's going to become your second nature after this series. 2 more. And last one. You guys, you hold at the deepest point and then start wrapping that knee in. So in and hold, in and hold, in and hold. Really working onto those inner thighs muscles. That's it, you guys. This is the target area for us women, isn't it? It's an area that we really want to tone and feel nice and solid. There we go. We go 3 more. This exercise is going to help us achieve that. 2 more. And last one. You guys, we're going to add again the little drop and the little wrap. So drop, hold, wrap, hold. Drop, hold, wrap, hold. Drop, hold, wrap, hold. So obviously, you're not always dropping, is it? When I say drop, you obviously need to have a moment where you're going to reset your initial position. What I don't want you to do, obviously, is to go full range where I didn't ask you to. So you want to always maintain the lunge position and then get a little bit deeper into the drop and then squeeze into that inner thighs work. That's it. 2 more. And last one, you guys, full range lift and lower, lift and lower. This time to jazz it up, perhaps we're gonna try and release the bar and add your arms as well to spike your heart rate a little bit higher. That's what we do a lot at Total Body, to add a little cardio burst in the middle of the exercise, to make your heart working a little bit harder, which means that it's going to become a little fitter also cardiovascularly and get you into the fat burning zone a little bit faster. That's it, you guys. And we go 2 more. And last one. Nice job. Lower it down now and start peeling off your front heel off the floor and then lower back down. You lift it up and lower. Lift up and lower. Lift it and lower. We've got 4 more. Go 3 more. Can you drop the back knee a little lower too? Yes, you can. And your last one, you're gonna hold it up here. See if you can sink a little bit lower into the lunge. I know it burns. I know it. I'm doing it with you. Remember, inhale, exhale, and shoot one arm, maybe both, into the high diagonal. Coming back to that finale. 10 final pulses, guys. Nice and deep, and we're out. So we go 10, 9, 8, as deep as you possibly can. You want to think, even if you don't, but you want to think that the back knee is going to tap the mat each time. We go 3 more, go 2 more, last one, and release. We're going to a quick stretch for your quads. So grab a hold of the back foot, squeeze your inner thighs together, and press your hips forward. So again, even with the stretch, I want you to observe this from the side so you can see I'm not leaning forward, I'm not leaning away. Even if your hip flexors aren't that flexible, you want to try and keep it in line with the supporting leg, tipping your pelvis forward, lifting up through the crown of the head, making sure this stretch is nice and effective. And swap to the other side, same thing. Lift up through the crown of the head. Squeeze the heel as close as possible to your buttocks. Squeeze the inner thighs together. So I'm not here, I see that a lot, you know. That's it. You're nice here, nice and tight, nice and strong, even in your chest, in your stretch. That's it, guys. You can get rid of that piece of furniture because next we're gonna go onto the mat. We're gonna go and work on the back of your body, your buttocks next. So we're gonna start with your bridge position. Nice and simple. The bridge position is great because you can really focus on the muscle you want to engage here, and you don't have to worry too much of what's happening with your upper body. So your upper body is likely to get in funky position, especially your back. Now, roll your shoulder down and back and release all the tension here. I want you to start just really digging your heels onto the floor, even if you don't lift your toes, but you want to have a nice stable support there, and start lifting up in 3, in 2, in 1, lower down. Now in 3, in 2, in 1. Now I want you to start nice and slow into this position. Why? Because I want you really to pay attention of what's happening onto your spine, especially your lumbar spine here. We tend to do bridges like this. Right? That's not doing any good. So I want you to slow down the movement and really thinking about activating that core that's still working, even though we are focusing mainly on your glutes. That's it. And lift it up without having any arch onto the spine. Basically lifting as high as you can until you need to activate those glutes, as you cannot go no more with momentum. 3 more. That's it, and 2 more. That's it, and last one. We're gonna hold it up here and come to a little lift hold. Lift hold, lift hold. Yes, they're back. I told you that total body method uses this contraction a lot because that's what is gonna make this workout effective. Why? The eccentric contraction actually are making your muscle work and burning fats all around it. Now 3 more, 2 more, last one. Now you want to hold it up here and lift up to float just your right leg. So we're going to focus on the left buttocks mainly. Now you want to come back into full range just a little bit faster without losing control of your spine. So you lower and lift. Here we go. And lower and lift. Maintain these legs 90 degrees of angle. Really feeling the activation with your glutes. That's it. And 3 more. And 2 more. Last one. You want to hold it up here. Tiny little pulses. Lift, hold, lift, hold, lift, hold. Now you notice that I lift my toes almost by default because I want to keep all the weight to the heel to really make sure I'm activating the right muscles. That is my buttocks. That's it. 4 more. Go 3 more. Go 2 more. Last one. Now from here, you want to just dip your toes down and lift it back up. Lower down and lift. The only thing that moves are your toes, your leg. So from your hip level. Everything else is nice and stable. Everything is contracted. You are working isometrically with that supporting leg. Here we go, guys. We got just 2 more into the change. Last one to the change. We're gonna hold it up, see if you can lift it just a little bit higher. Maybe dig the heel a little bit deeper, lift up a little bit more, fully stretch that leg nice and long towards the sky, and finish up with our little pulses. Here we go, pulse it up towards the sky. Maybe if you wanna make it even more challenging, stretch your arms nice and long towards the sky. Hold it here just for 10 more. Keep breathing. That's it. Everything is contracted. Remember, I want to take a pitch in each position. We've got 3, go 2, go 1, and release. Nice job. Right, guys, so from this position, we're going to transition into your side. So we're going to get your elbow directly under your shoulders, and straight away, I want you to imagine a corset wrapping around your belly so that you lift up and away from the floor and you engage those abdominals. Now, the bottom leg is bent, the top leg is nice and long. We're going to start by lifting it up and lower, lift up and lower. Notice how controlled every single movement is. So I'm not going just as high as I can, using my back and forgetting about the abdominal connection. I'm just gonna lift it and lower, lift it and lower, making sure my abductor facing up towards the ceiling. Abductor as outer thighs muscles. Here we go. So the leg is nice and parallel towards the front. Nice job. 3 more, 2 more. And we're gonna hold it up halfway and tiny lift hold, lift hold, lift hold. Yes, they're coming back, those little pulses. You're gonna learn to love it, I promise. Now, what is happening as my legs is becoming a little bit heavier, that I tend to sink, of course, into my shoulder. So this is not good for the joint level, and also because it's still a workout, right? So we wanna work out onto this abdominal muscle at all times. So you wanna just make sure this doesn't happen. If this is uncomfortable for any reasons, and maybe you feel your neck a little bit becoming sore, then you can lower yourself down onto the mat. Don't worry, it's not, regressing is never a bad thing. You just need to listen to your body and accept what it needs on the day. That's it. And 3 more, 2 more. Last one. Now you want to flex that foot and adding a little bend press. Now bend press, tiny little bend, huge stress. So I don't want to see anything like that. Again, always with control. Tiny bend, huge stretch. Really thinking about the length through the back of your legs, and really thinking about your heel that is reaching towards the side wall. That's it. Oh, alternatively, you can also imagine a sort of resistance of someone you don't like that you can want to push away from you underneath the sole of your feet. Here we go. And go 8 more. Go 6 more. That's it. And go 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. You guys, we're gonna go into a little walk with those bend presses. So we're gonna go for 8 counts, and you wanna take 8 counts to come into a 90 degrees angle here, and then bring it back for 8, 6, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Again, what I was doing there was I sinking into my shoulder. No. You wanna always press against the mat and lift yourself up and away. That's it. And in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. I know it burns. We're gonna end it here, you guys. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hold it here. Point your toes, and then tiny little presses up towards the sky to finish. Now, alternatively, you can reach the top arm nice and long, or if you feel adventurous, lift up your hips as well, up. Really pressing onto the forearm and onto the knee. You hold it here just for 8, for 7, for 6, for 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Nice job. And sit down and wrap the leg around and get into a nice stretch for your glutes. Pressing your right elbow against that left knee and lifting up through the crown of the head and then twisting away. Nice job. Make sure your sit bones are attached to the mat to really feel the benefit of the stretch. Inhale, exhale, and you guys, we're gonna get ready to start again from the top for your bridge. So lay down onto the mat. Again, release all the tension. I don't want to see your shoulder up to your ears. No. This is time for yourself. You should be able to enjoy it. Release it. Now, tip your pelvis slightly under and lift it up in 3, 2, 1, lower down. Here we go, lift, 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 lower down. Keep your legs nice and parallel. You're gonna notice you have to activate slightly also your inner thighs so that your legs just go where they want, right? So everything is working at all time. Your abdominals are working to protect your lumbar spine and overarch it. You go 2 more. Nice job. Last one, and we're gonna hold it up here and take tiny little lift hold. Lift hold, lift hold. Maybe lift up your toes slightly to really keep the weight onto your heels and feeling those muscles activating. That's it. And we go 8, 7, 6, in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, hold it up here and float your left leg up into tabletop this time. We're gonna focus on the right. So you wanna lower and you wanna lift. Again, remember what we said about your spine. Everything is super controlled. Your abdominals are assisting this movement. That's it. And go 4 more. We hold it up here. 3, keep breathing. 2 more. And last one, you wanna hold it up here, tiny little lift hold, lift hold, lift hold, lift hold. If there's too much burn, you can always lower down and relax your toes on the floor. Just like to feel the activation in my glutes. So here we go, they go up in my case. And we go 4 more, go 3 more, go 2 more. Last one. Now hold it up here, squeeze those abdominals in, see if you can lift it without overarching, and then dip those toes down and lift, dip and lift. Now, I like to imagine there is like a pool or a little lake and I'm dipping my toes into the water and ooh, it's cold, so I retract them right away. That's it, and drop it and lift it. That's it, nice and simple. 2 more. Last one, you want to hold it up here, see if you lost any height, perhaps with that movement, see if you can regain it by lifting your hips higher. Fully stretch that leg nice and long and think about poking the ceiling with the pointed foot. Here we go, lift it, lift it, lift it. Maybe fully stretch both arms, fingertips up towards the sky. For your finale, we go just 8, 7, 6, a little bit higher if you can, and no bands. For 3, for 2, for 1, and release. We're gonna transition straight away onto your left side. So elbows, hips, and leg in one line, straight away. You wanna lift up the leg, lift it and lower, lift it and lower. Now for added burn, you wanna try and never touch the floor. Now if you have to, make sure you're taking a rest, but obviously you're always contracting those muscles. 3 more, 2 more. Last one, it stays up and tiny little lift hold, lift hold, lift hold. Now what's happening with the side abdominals? Did you remember about your corset? Are you lifting it up and away from the mat? Here we go. Make sure your shoulder relax and remember that you can always come down onto the mat at any times. If your neck is becoming cranky or this is just too much for your body today. We go 3 more, go 2 more. Last one, you wanna hold it here and flex your foot. Tiny little bend push, bend push. Imagine the sort of resistance underneath the sole of your foot and you push it away, keeping the movement nice and controlled, nice and small. You guys, we're gonna start walking this position. We're gonna go for 8 counts. We're gonna have 8 counts to come into a 90 degrees angle in front of us. So we go 8, 7, 6, in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Bring it back in 8, 7, 6, in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. And again, 8. Keep breathing. That's it. Make sure you're not sinking into that shoulder here. Go 8, go 7, go 6, go 5, in 4, in 3, in 2. One more time. Here we go. 8, 7, 6, in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Hold it here. Point your foot. Now fully stretch the arm and start pulsing that leg up and high. That's it. And if you want a more advanced option, you can press onto the forearm, press into the knee, lift up your hip, hovering off the floor. We go just 8, 7, a little bit higher. You so got this. Go 4, go 3, in 2, in 1. Nice job. And from here, you want to take that right leg across and come into your spiral stretch, pressing your left elbow on top of the knee, pointing your fingertips, pressing your fingertips on the floor behind you. Lift up through the crown and then look over your shoulder. Ooh. Really feeling the stretch. You guys did a great job today. I know it was a lot of repetition. That's what barre is, and that's the beauty of it. Like I said, you're really gonna learn to love it as soon as you see the results as well. Now guys, release the position and swing those legs all the way behind you. We're gonna finish with a quick down dog. So press your palm onto the floor, lift your hips up towards the sky. And if this position is too much, you're gonna always walk it here, bending one knee and then the other. We need just to find a stretch through the back of the leg that we worked a lot today. Release the tension as well from your shoulder and back muscles. That's where we store all the stress of the day. That's it. And you guys, when you're ready, bend soften both knees and gently walk your toes all the way towards your palm. And gently, one vertebra at a time, you want to roll out through the spine, chin to the chest. Nice and gently to not feel dizzy. That's it. Your head is coming up last. You guys, like I said, congratulate yourself for doing an amazing job and getting through the session. Inhale. Exhale and bow yourself. Well done. Congratulate your body. You guys, I see you tomorrow for upper body sculpt. See you on the mat.